Dumbling, it's your boy. Welcome to another show. I'm continuing on having a wonderful day on the 25th January 2025. Today's a special day. Why? Because it should be a special day. We're doing a special video. We're playing a special game, which is Ark Knight, one of my favorite. We're watching a special show, which is Rocket Love. That makes me extremely trashy. But I'm eating roasted peanuts from Kirkland. Okay? We're fancy. We're talking about something that is it's a bit of a special subject. This is something that weirdly really it's a subject that I like, but it's weirdly a subject that I'm really relating to, which is weird as fuck. For a couple of reasons. And a couple of reasons is we're talking about Colton. Who is Colton? I don't fucking know his family name, so Colton. MGK. And I'm gonna be completely honest, right? It's a weird video to do. You know, I often say this is a weird video I'm gonna make. It's a weird video I'm gonna make. It's a weird video I'm gonna make. But in this case, it's really weird. The reason as to why is most of my videos are me talking to myself or thinking out loud. So myself and I having a conversation with you, right? As a content creator, as a fan, I have this vision of arts, right? As a content creator, I really understand it. And Colton is weirdly a perfect example of that, right? So, Colton, do I like Colton? It's not because Colton is a weird guy. Colton, MGK, is a weird guy. I see him sort of like a Matt Rife. My apologies. Sometimes super nice, sometimes super, right? Or Colton is a person that deal with a lot of struggle. I deal with a lot of struggle. Colton was also able to put songs. I listened to a song lately of him, Don't Let Me Go, and he used to use pen to do the music, and that's really good, and I really liked it. It's a really good song, you know. But then I listened to his album, which was going after Eminem. And even the Eminem stuff, where he called Eminem underage daughter hot, and that's why Eminem got mad, right? She wasn't underage. She was 16 or 17. I don't remember, but allegedly that's what I think happened. So I was like, okay, well, I didn't like that. That's fucked up, right? And it's really really funny because I have this best friend called Carl. Charles Carl Dubois, est-ce que je t'aime, mon homme? One of my best friends. He's been my best friend since we were 17. I'm 22 today. Well, not today, but this week, the 22nd January. We've been friends for 15 years. When you think about it, it's insanity. And Carl has been... When it comes to music, I'm very weird, right? I'll I'll listen to... the same artist until I get so tired of them that I'm like, oh, dude, no way, I'm gonna be listening to that guy again, never again, right? But then I start, sorry about this, guys. Okay, one. It's not perfect, but it's not bad. So, Carl was a guy that introduced a lot of music for me. One of the best bands that he introduced to me was Five Finger Dead Punch, which is a band I listened to for years and years and years and years and years, right? And again, we're going way in the past. We're going way, way, way in the past. This is a really personal video. Five Finger Punch was a band that I listened to for years. But Carl also was a fan of rap, so he made me listen to Yelawolf. Yelawolf that I like, but not to the point of listening for it for years. Told me Jelly Roll, which weirdly I really, really enjoyed, but Jelly Roll back then didn't have a lot of music out. And he had a 6 minutes freestyle, which was fucking amazing, you know? And it's tough because it's I want to like more Jelly Roll, because now you're seeing him into such a nice guy, such a cool dude, such a guy that went from nothing to something, right? And he's a role model. Jelly Roll is a fucking role model. But another person that Carl introduced me to was to MGK. And the song was, "It's a long way home, at the end of the road, I'll be casting my own way, For the top, I'll be here to stay, so take my name. Remember this face, keep the change, but have a nice day. Live for the moment, not for the past. And that was a really good song, and I really like this song. Then I went to see the rest of his discography to MGK, which because that's an MGK song, and I was like, I don't like it. I didn't like it, so I kind of forgot about it. And then the next time that I heard about MGK was the battle with Eminem. But the weird thing that happened with MGK was he came out with a we're done here. He came out with a cover of one of my favorite songs, which is Link Park Numb. And he had a really nice voice, and he did a really good job. So I was like, okay, you know what? And then something happened that completely changed my opinion of him. Right? And I think this is highly relatable as a content creator. I think it's highly relatable. So he started dating Megan Fox, right? Which I was pissed at him because she's the first love that I've ever had. Young at 14 years old, Inky was watching Transformer and had a second coming of Christ seeing the movie because Megan Fox was in it, right? No disrespect to Shia LaBeouf, good job, dude, but Megan Fox, come on. And the funny thing is, I knew he was dating her. I was like, okay, well, I know who is MGK, I know who she is. Didn't really care. Although I was really saddened because I missed Megan, even though she never wrote me back, right? And then a song came out, and that song was Bullets for not I was gonna say Bullets for My Valentine. That's a completely different band. Your tears don't fall, they crash around me. Bloody Valentine, which I know you got to go, but I know da 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 da. Wah 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 wah. Let's stay pretend. Treat this night that will never happen again. You'll be my bloody Valentine. And it's nuts because now that I don't remember the lyrics, but you don't even understand what's going on. This song for me came out during the pandemic. The pandemic, I didn't have Wi-Fi. This is the actual reason I got Wi-Fi was because of the pandemic. That I would go to my father's house early morning. We're talking about middle of the night. Download some shows. Like we're watching Rock of Love right now. I would watch Rock of Love and I get some music, right? And the crazy thing is, I had Netflix, but I didn't have Wi-Fi, so I would go there and I would download the first season of How I Met Your Mother. The second day, I would download the second season of How I Met Your Mother, right? And then I would listen to music. One of the song was Bloody Valentine, right? And it was just that. It was just that. And it was a really good song, and I fucking fell in love with it. I listened to it for 3 days, and I was like, "Holy shit, this is so good!" And then I started listening to another song from MGK, which was More to Life with Glaves, which was also Forget Me Too. I forgot everything. I'm watching the show now, so let me pause the show. Forget Me Too with Alcy. Wait, I forgot the lyrics, but fuck it. And I listened to the whole album, but most of all, I listened to I think it's an MTV, which is Downfall High. It was the first album, his album of punk rock that he did, which was 45 minutes. It's a narrative, right? And it's actually a really good, really good video. And it's lonely. And weirdly speaking, this is the first almost cinematized album, that I saw, and it was 45 minutes, which isn't a long time. But you told me a story. There's moments in between with little hoodie, I think. I'm 32 years old. I don't remember that shit. I'm sorry. And with MGK, and here's where we're being honest. Did I like MGK before? No. Do I like MGK now? Ooh, I like the music that he does, but I see him and he's constantly like. This is why I called him also like Matt Rife. There's constant like, oh, he broke up with Megan Fox, they get back together, they had a kid. The little that I hear about him is fucking sad. So I saw that video that he did where he lost a daughter. He was building a boat for her, a little boat himself, a little boat, miniature boat, to burn it like a Valhalla sending, right? Which was really sweet, and it's so sad. So I came from a guy that I didn't really like to a guy that I felt bad for, right? And ultimately speaking, there's this thing with MGK where a lot of people dislike him. A lot of people dislike him, and you can dislike him, but you're not supposed to, but sometimes it might be good for you. Personally speaking, you do whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. Um, but I do believe that there's a point where you have to separate the art from the artist. And it's funny because you never say that about a nice guy. Oh, he's a nice guy, but his art sucks, right? But if it was, it would be me. My video sucks. Some of my videos are completely rambling. My videos are way too long. There's no editing. But I'm a nice guy, so people like me, right? We never say that. You never say that, and it's super weird because with MGK that's the case, and then he did a good album, and you really started. And with MGK, there's also different things for example, he brought punk back. Well, he kind of brought punk back, right? And the way is that I grew up in the '90s, so I grew up with bands like of course Linkin Park, right? Three Day Grace, of course, absolutely love that band. Welcome back, Adam Gauthier, by the way, if you didn't know. Breaking Benjamin that making music lately. So I will not bow, I will not break, I will take your breath away, and I survive. Even singing, I'm not that great, but people think I'm nice, so that's cool. So yeah, so the three of them I grew up with, but weirdly, they were more new metal, right? And it's weird because those bands aren't punk, in my opinion. If you look at punk band, I would talk about Sum 41. Right now, there's a lot of people that are talking about Blood Out Touch, and it's a little bit like that, right? Sweat, baby, sex is textures up, and you do the kind of stuff that only Prince will sing about it. So put your hands down my pants, and I bet you feel nuts. Yes, I'm Cisco. Yes, I'm Ebert, and you're getting 2 thumbs up. You had enough of 2 and touch. You want to rough your out about. I want you smarter. I don't know the fucking lyrics. You and me, baby, ain't nothing but mammal, but like do it like they do it on the Discovery Channel, and that's for me. That's punk because that's a fuck you. I fuck you to norms of music, of society. We're making funny music. For example, Blink-182, a lot of their songs are fucking funny. A lot of them are super sad. Like, for example, the Adam song. Adam song is about a guy who unalived himself, right? But the way they're singing it, you don't know that. Or you listen to Can Be Feeling This, right? Or What's My Age Again? And it's sad song, but then it's catchy, right? I would put Sum 41 in that. I would put Sum 41 in that. To a certain degree, that I would put some of these songs of Outkast. It's more rap, but there's the same mentality behind it. So we're talking about, I'm sorry, Miss Jackson, who I came for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize to make it hot. Or even Hey Yeah, which is a song about being rejected, right? Which is nuts. But it sucks because like a lot of those bands, like for example, Blink-182, right, came absolutely bangers, right? Fucking love this. Now, what happened was Blink-182 came out and released some song about a year ago, 2 years ago, and we reacted to it, and the songs were good, but you realize that nah, nah, nah. I don't need that. I'm gonna be what we have. I still listen to Blink-182, but that's not what I need right now. And MGK, the way it did it, a lot of people start caring about punk again. A lot of people start caring about punk again. And it was different. It was this feeling of something new. And you want some new. You want the good old recipe, but some new ingredients. So you want the bread, the nicest pumpkin spice latte, just to realize that it's nutmeg, it's not pumpkin, right? So yeah, so MGK did bring back punk, and for that I'm grateful. But it just feels bad because it's a content creator, and we're sometimes forgetting there's a person behind it. You know, I've been struggling lately with. I've been for New Year's, right? I've been struggling a lot with difference between Ink and Steph. My real name is Stefan, right? So it does bother me that my whole life right now is constantly about Ink, not about Steph, because ultimately I prefer being Ing because I make content, but Steph also needs some attention. Not from other people, but from myself, first of all. There's this classic saying, like, oh, if you don't love yourself, who the fuck is gonna love you, right? And I feel that. And also, I don't know. It's a tough place. It's a really tough place because we want to feel bad for the guy, right? Yes, he made some mistake. Yes, sometimes he acts like an asshole, but he's going through so much right now, and you want to feel bad for the guy. You don't like his music, but some of the music he did was amazing. So, for example, with the Punk, he did an album, right? And he did a lot of songs with that. But if you look at his recent stuff, it's back to rap. There's nothing wrong with that. You do whatever the fuck you want. Ultimately, oh my god, it's tough. Most of the time is the complete opposite. It's weird. You have Linkin Park. When you look at Mitera and Ibra was amazing. Then they did Minute to Midnight, right? And then did Hunting Party, and that wasn't. It wasn't more electric. If you look at Amity Affliction, I fell in love with the band. I fell in love with Let the Ocean Take Me. Let the Ocean Take Me was one of my favorite albums. We have a tattoo of Let the Ocean Take Me. When you look at our stuff lately, it's fucking electric, right? Hollywood and Dan, same fucking thing. Same fucking thing. Hollywood and Dan fell in love with Swan Song, fell in love with American Dream. Then I never listened to them again because it went electric. So with MGK, it's a very different thing. Don't care about the music he did before, but I care about the music he make now. With Motion White, it's the same thing. Motion White is a weirder thing because Motion White, I do really like the band. I do really like the songs. We're talking about Abigail, Immaculate Misconception. We're talking about, what is the song? Reincarnate. Reincarnate is actually really good. Devil Knight is actually really good. Angel Eyes is actually really good. But the problem is, they were trying to be somebody else, and then you look at Disguise, you look at Masterpiece, and they're really themselves, and it's really fucking good. Or even Falling in Reverse, which The Drug in Me Is You. That is your latest fashion. Well, that's Escape the Fate, but still, it was Ronnie Radke, right? So I did love those album, and I absolutely love those music. Like, for example, I'm a huge fan of I'm Not a Vampire and The Drug in Me Is You. And then they were reimagined, which was good because you give a new life to a song that you like. But then the new stuff that Ronnie Radke does is it's more so streaming. So for example, the last album, I only like Bad Guy. I'm the bad guy, but it was a really good song. Like, okay, well, it's weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't fucking know. Let's separate the artist from the person. Let's feel bad for the person when they need to be felt bad for. No matter who they are, right? We need to be more human. We need to be more compassionate. And that's something we don't do. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace.